We in here, what's good? Let's go in. This video talking about a much discussed, debated, speculated, theorized, and all that good stuff. Guessed about family. The Vinsmoke family. Oh, they're doing what he does best. 2016, who gives a damn about the intro? Right? Who cares? Now, after this video is recorded, another video will be recorded dealing with the politics of the New World. Y'all know how I get down with the political elements, especially in the One Piece world. I've talked about it on a number of occasions, doing videos with the Yonko, the Shichibukai. I haven't talked about the girls say too much. I've thrown stuff here and there, but we just don't know enough information about them. We're learning even more about specifically the Yonko, but even the Shichibukai we learned a bit more about. But I was able to talk about their standings. We can talk about a little bit of the Gorosei, and I think I'll deal with them slightly in there, but it'll be talking about the New World as a whole, and probably in relation to our own world, and the way things truly work. And all that, you say, what does that have to do? Because we're talking about the Vinsmoke family, the leaders of this supposed mythical evil empire known as Germa 6666, however the hell you want to say it, aka Warmonger, which many people talked about in a number of elements, and it indicates several factors, potentially, or one of multiple factors. We just don't know. But the Vinsmoke family, Vinsmoke Sanji Vinsmoke. I'm not sure exactly how his name correlates in the way it's said. But not only am I going to discuss their place in the world slightly, I'm going to discuss what people are talking about as far as potentially as brothers, who they actually might be. We actually may know two of them, two older ones. I'll discuss that possibility, as well as his father, his standing in the world, power levels and otherwise, his influence, as well as just overall connections with this whole thing. Big Mem and everything else that goes into play. First and foremost, this family, okay, Vinsmoke, and why Sanji hid the reality of the situation. Who all knows about the existence of this family? That's the first question we have to pose ourselves. Who really knows? And who the hell are they actually connected to? What exactly do they fully do? What kind of contracts do they do? Yeah, it's said that they're assassins, but what kind of targets are they assassinating? Are they tied to the government or not? Are they tied with the revolutionaries? Are they, what standing do they have in the underground world? This Vinsmoke family specifically. And the fact that they're leaders, they're very influential in this whole giant organization network, or a I don't say a branch, but what is it? A confederation or alliance of organizations. They're the head of all this. How the hell? Especially if it's in fact that they originate from the North Blue. So what the hell are they doing in the New World and anywhere else? This is very confusing. There's a lot of clarification we need exactly on this organization. It's another organization that we know nothing about. We already have the world government. People talk about the Marines. We barely know anything about the Marines. We barely know anything about the Yonko. We barely know anything about the Shichibukai. We barely know anything about the Worst Generation, which isn't technically an organization, but you can say, you know, it's a political entity nonetheless. We barely know anything about the D's, which is an entirely different political entity. Hell, we know nothing about the D's if we keep it real. We know almost little nothing about the world government. We know almost little nothing. We know little nothing about the world government. We know little nothing about the Revolutionary Army. And who knows what other elements that are in the New World that we don't know about. Like these sovereign nations, such as the Wano Kingdom / Wano Country, Kano Kingdom / Kano Country. You got Zou, the Mokono, something along those lines, dukedom of Zou on the back of Zunisha. You got freaking Dressrosa was world government. Alabasta was or by its own lonesome, or the Alabasta Kingdom on whatever the island was. I always thought it was Alabasta, whatever the island actually was. Walter Sevens by itself, but I mean it's not New World. But still, you got these various names. Oh, Providence Kingdom under King Elizabello II. There's so many elements at play here in the One Piece world, and it can be quite confusing if one doesn't pay attention, especially since that Oda continues to push forth these mysteries and all these connections and these subtle details and whatnot, stuff we don't expect. We're plunging into a world that I guarantee was much different than Roger's world. So it may in fact be more difficult to become Pirate King. People can say what they want. It's not just about powers at this point. It's not about powers. It's not even about just going to war with pirates, okay? It's not just about ruling the Grand Line. People saying One Piece. One Piece is a means to an end, at best. It's a secondary goal. Becoming the freest man on the sea. You have the Yonko. Luffy has fought for shit, and I'll be getting into all this ties into the Vinsmoke Family, trust me. You have Luffy has already fought for Shichibukai. Okay? Let's see, it was Buggy the Clown, now Star Clown, back Orange Town, who would have actually beaten him, by the way. And Zoro. Let's see, he fought Sir Crocodile back on Alabasta. Took him 3 times to take him down. Should have died twice. Then he fought Gecko Moria on Thriller Bark, who toyed with him at first. Then he fought Heavenly Demon Don Quixote do Flamingo, aka Joker, who I give him the W. People say, oh, he need help with law. And that's a huge debate that's been going on for a long time. He is allied with, obviously, Sir Crocodile and Gecko Moria, former Shichibukai. But he's also allied with former Shichibukai Jinbei, Sea Knight, Ace when he was alive, obviously. Firefist Portuguese Ace. Seemingly former Shichibukai now, Surgeon of Death, Trafalgar Law. Pirate Empress Boa Hancock, he's allied. He has neutrality with Dracula, Hawkeye's Mihawk. And who else? Am I missing anybody? Weeble seems to be coming for him. Midget Whitebeard, Edward Weeble, aka Whitebeard Jr. Who else? That I covered. Oh, and freaking Yonko Blackbeard at Marshall D. Teach is his enemy. So he's got connections with all former and present Shichibukai. Oh, of course, the tyrant Bartholomew Kun, who's connected with the Revolutionary Army and who's currently neutral towards Luffy. Luffy's got connections to everybody. Okay? Then there's the whole thing with the Yonko. He's in a cold war with Big Man. I told you, all this ties in. Okay? He's in a cold war with Big Man, Charlotte Lindenman. He freaking is going to soon have hostilities with 100 Beast Kaido and probably Captain Jack the Drought. If they don't throw hands personally, probably Zoro's going to throw hands with Jack. Excuse me. He's already got ties and connections with red-haired Shanks, and he clearly has issues with Blackbeard Marshall D. Teach. All that's connected. And lo and behold, here we have Sanji and his family somehow finding its way into the mix with Yonko Big Man. Now, one of the questions is why Big Man? From what we know, obviously, there probably is other reasons. Why a political marriage? Because this is a political marriage, and that is exactly what was stated, if I'm not mistaken, by Peckham's. Or Peckham Mamushi, as Luffy called him, and not Capone Gambizia, leader, Don, captain of the Five-Jet Pirates. Peckham's was talking about a political marriage. Now, why would the Vinsmoke tie in with Big Man? Well, first of all, let's look at these other Yonko and why this all plays, and possibly the minds of the Vinsmoke, okay? And as well as what may indicate of their ties in the New World, Big Man's position, and everything else. When you look at the other Yonko, Kaido is freaking suicidal. Literally, he is suicidal. He has dudes like Jack under him. And apparently 2 more calamities that will wasteland the nation. They will wasteland an island. Now, we know about Big Ma'am, and I'll get to her soon enough. But it's different. They come in there and wreck shop. We see what former Rear Admiral Red Flag X Drake did to Caribou with him. He just came in here and wrecked shop. Kaido's men don't play games. As I suspected and predicted, Kaido is not the kind of guy. Ruthless. They're all Yonko are ruthless. That's just the reality of nature of the beast. But Kaido, there was no talking with Kaido in that regard. There was no talking with Jack. There was no talking with X Drake. That doesn't mean they're not intelligent. It's just, you don't reason with these dudes. They come in here, you give them what they want, and if you don't give them what they want, then you're going to get that work. You're going to get that pressure. You're going to get body bagged. You're going to get murked. That's just what it is. It's murking season when it comes to Kaido. When it comes to Shanks the peacemaker, and people get that twisted. This dude is a regulator. The Red Hair Pirates regulate. They ride all we've seen these dudes do. Now, they very likely have allies at the end of the Grand Line. I mean, at the end of the New World and whatnot. You know, few crews powerful as hell. They don't walk around with fleets. They don't walk around with divisions. They don't walk around with a fleet of divisions. Okay? We've only seen the Red Hair Pirates, just like the Roger Pirates, and to some degree the Straw Hat Pirates, even though they have the Grand Fleet Alliance. One ship. That's it. And it seems he only has about 25 to 50 members, crew members. That's it. That's all he rocking with. And he's a Yonko. These dudes are quality, high quality. He's got about 9 dudes. They some straight up killers. Now, I need to do an entire video on the Red Hair Pirates, and I will at some point. Been meaning to do that for a long time. But still, straight up killers. We talking some OGs, some double OGs, and possibly a couple triple OGs. Okay, in the case of Ben Beckman, it looks like that one swordsman, okay, with the long sword. Freaking straight up killers, peacemakers, regulators. Probably got bodies, long trail of bodies in blood. Bloodos, real pirates, okay. Damn, you could say maybe with Assassin, but with Shanks Carefree, with Ben Beckman and his strategy, first mate Ben Beckman. I mean, they already got Hitman, freaking Enforcer, in Lucky Roo. Shoot first, ask questions later, or don't ask them at all. And you got Yasa. They don't look at, nah, they ain't into that political, nah, partner. They some killers themselves. Hell no, they ain't siding with some assassins. So you got ruthless in the sense of they got savages under Kaido. You got ruthless in the sense of you got some straight up killers under Shanks. And you got ruthless in the sense of teach, grind, manipulative, strategic, tactical. Freaking dudes want to talk about grimy. He'll come in and do what is necessary. He got those kind of dudes. Look at his first division commander, Jesus Burgess, about to come in there and murk Luffy. When he can get got. Look at the way Teach came in there. Now, he didn't do battle with Ace. People get that twisted, saying he's bad, underhanded, and whatnot. Not more underhanded than Admiral at the time. Now he's Fleet Admiral Akainu Sakazuki. Hell, Sengoku did some underhanded stuff. Okay? But freaking, he'll come in, and if it's to his advantage, of course he gonna take advantage. He's very advantageous. Talking about Teach. Okay, Blackbeard. Advantageous, very strategic, playing crap out. Dudes come in sneaky. I mean, look at Lafitte back, what is it, Demon Jailer or something his name is? Or his epithet is? Lafitte coming in and sneaking up when you had doggone, no qualms. There was Sengoku, there was a couple head dudes there. You had doggone Mihawk, Joker, and Kuma there. And you got Lafitte flying up in there. No qualms. We don't even know Doc Q freaking on some sick horse. You got doggone Von Auger, murk dudes from a mile away from an island plus. That's Von Auger. These dudes are some sneaky dudes. And then he got some level 6s in the back. Some of the most, they erasing names from history. The world government erased their names. They don't even want to get these dudes known. They that infamous. You got Catherine, I forget her name. The battleship San Juan Wolf. Vasco Shot. You got Shuri of the Rain, former assistant head jailer or something like that. And who was the other cat? That was that one king, okay? One freaking king, man. Some infamous dudes. They sneaky, they shady. Now, although they're kind of having some kind of deals that we don't know about with former Admiral Aokiji Kuzan, excuse me. Got too many names in the head right now. Still, sneaky. I mean, you're going after the revolutionary. They're sneaky, they're plotting, but they're ruthless and somewhat reckless and about some fate. You think they're rocking with some assassins? Nah. Blackbeard, nah, that's too risky. We saw that he don't like to take the risk. When Akainu showed up, doesn't mean he couldn't throw hands. When doggone Shank showed up, doesn't mean he couldn't throw hands. They said, we're not ready. Look, we don't need them kind of risk, man. Chasing devil fruit music. He ain't even used the Goro Goro no Mi, okay? He ain't even used the Quake Quake devil fruit in taking over as a Yango. Alright? But Big Man now, ruthless on another different sense. Now, I had called over a year ago, before the fight between Luffy and Doflamingo, that from the evidence that was showcased, Big Ma'am was like a Don, or in this case, she would be a godmother instead of a godfather. When you look at the evidence portrayed, she sends out her men, okay? Whether it be Couples, I'm not sure if any of it is the underboss. I'm still thinking it's a 3-eyed chick, okay? A lot of people say pure and whatever. The 3-eyed chick I still hold as her vice captain / first mate, or first division commander, whatever it may be. Some people are saying Bobbins. Possibly, it's debatable. Regardless, she sends out her men to collect tribute, the candy tribute, okay? Or quote-unquote protection. And if you don't pay up that tribute, the whole island is just done. It's obliterated. That's the evidence. And then I sat here thinking of how she runs stuff. She stays at the Whole Cake Island, and I knew she was not on the ship. It didn't make sense for timing and everything else. She sent out a flagship. She sent out her men. Looking at the whole setup of the organization, it seemed like like the mafia. And the more we find out about her, hell yeah, sending heads in presents. Freaking, she's allied or has under her Capone. I mean, everything points to a very mafia run type thing. And I kind of figured this out because I do have studied and researched mafias, street gangs, cartels, various other entities, pirate crews, various other entities, and how they shaped up. Okay, Big Man. With that whole mafia situation, it makes sense with the Vinsmoke. Now, Sanji has given us some clues about this. Okay, the way he dresses, it reminds me, and I still hold that Capone and Admiral Kizaru Borsalino both come from the same island in the West Blue. I still hold to that. And that whole mafia vibe, and that whole Sanji, the way he dresses, that assassin, it kind of goes along with, there's also, you can see CP9, Cyberport 9. But the way Sanji dresses, the way he acts, that whole shivers, code of honor, code of conduct, it makes sense that it would vibe with a very mafia-oriented, minded woman such as Big Man. With the whole family connections, family, everything about the familia, okay? It makes a lot of sense. And then to find out the whole organization and tying to organization, Shanks doesn't have anything to gain. I mean, yeah, there's political power you can always gain. Shanks doesn't have anything really to gain from this, considering I still think Shanks is the most powerful Yonko. I think his crew's the most powerful, but they hold the smallest territory, the smallest empire as far as turf and territories, even spheres of influence. I think Blackbeard is the second most powerful. He is the largest, but he has the weakest crew, largest empire as far as turf and territories. Kaido still holds the third. I know he's the strongest creature alive, but just still keeping those power. I've not wavered. I'm still keeping those. I still hold that Kaido's the third most powerful. Him and Big Mam's the weakest. Now that doesn't negate from her. It's not because of like some people it's just sex. It's just because you got three absolute monsters who are truly OP. She's OP herself. Don't get it twisted, and she can throw her hands with them and get on no questions. Okay, but I just think they would take her in a fight. But where Kaido and her empire and stuff are, we don't know. We don't know enough information about that. So she's competing mainly with Kaido, it would seem. And Kaido's built up this devil fruit smile army alongside his already powerful ass crew. Okay? And his powerful empire. It would seem that his sphere of influence fell upon, I mean, Doflamingo was under him. People want to say he was working for him. He was under him, Dressrosa. And it would seem that the Wano Kingdom is either allied at war or under his sphere of influence if they're not directly under his empire, would you say. Big Ma'am is on the edge of that. We don't know her relations to Shanks, but she probably doesn't have direct beef with Shanks. We don't know. We don't know her relations to Blackbeard. She may be prepping for war, like Kaido may be prepping for war with Blackbeard. We don't know. There's a lot of turmoil. But getting a group, an organization, especially the head of such a powerful organization on your side, oh, that's a phenomenal plus. Especially when you had Worst Generation. You got two of the Worst Generation after her. Or at least antagonize her. Shoot, Kid took out 4 of her ships. She losing money, bruh. She got freaking Straw Hat Monkey D. Luffy to deal with. People say, oh, these small. No, man. She got Capone under her. So she got a lot of crap on her plate as well. And who knows what other stuff with Yonko and otherwise. Hell, we don't know if Weeble been screwing up her spot. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things to take into consideration. There's a lot of things. Oh, and there's Caesar Clown's a whole nother element. There's a lot of stuff to take into consideration. And to get the Vinsmoke on her side is a phenomenal ally and asset. And it tells a lot about the Vinsmoke in that they would need or desire a powerful ally. It doesn't mean that they're weak. It means that they may be pushing for something big here. Some power plays very soon in the New World. They may have, kind of like the revolutionaries, got branches all in all the blues and maybe even in paradise. But when it comes to the New World, this is an entirely different ballgame. It's a whole nother breed, the largest, most powerful seat. Okay? And to get a powerful ally like Big Ma'am on your side, something's about to pop off, man. In a whole lot of ways. They may be prepping for war, actually. Considering they said it's an empire, it's an army. They may be prepping for war. Maybe against the revolutionaries. Maybe they themselves plan on going to war with the Marines. They may need to go. Maybe they're about to go to war with Yonko. Who knows? Hell, maybe Shanks has said, hey, y'all need to stop. They keep pushing. And maybe the red hair pirate's about to go to war with them. It's a lot of possibilities to take into consideration. And at the head is Sanji's father. We don't know what kind of man this is, but we can imagine that this man is very cool, calm, collected. Given how Sanji is, okay? Very cool, calm, collected. Very powerful. Now, where he may rank, some individuals saying, maybe Admiral level. But shoot, King of Lightning was proposing above Admiral level. Shoot, some may even throw out Yonko level. Now, here's a key factor about this. I have said time and time again, kind of like what King of Lightning was saying, but in different regards. There are some individuals out there in the One Piece world who are Yonko level without question. Without question. I've been holding that the Shogun of Wano Country, Kingdom, whatever, is going to be Yonko level. I've been holding that the Giant King of Elbaf is going to be Yonko level, excuse me. It would not shock me if the pops of the Vinsmoke family, the leader, is Yonko level. It would not actually shock me at all. It would make perfect logical sense. I think Monkey D. Dragon is Yonko level, clearly. I think Commander-in-Chief Kong is Yonko level. I think at least one, if not multiple, of the girls say maybe all of them are Yonko level. I think doggone who else I got Yonko level? Dracula Hawkeye's Mihawk is either above Admiral, if not Yonko level. That's just the reality. Who else do I have? I think at least one. I think the leader, the small guy, at least above Admiral level, if not Yonko level. Okay? Just the reality. And I mean, in this series, we talk differently. Okay? But this could be one of, and there's some possible other candidates, okay, in the One Piece world that we know nothing about. There's other possible political enemies. But to have him Yonko level makes a hell of a lot of sense. Makes a hell of a lot of sense. And it would also make for a lot of sense because the Vinsmoke family, I've been asking for a while now, okay, probably a year or so, why the hell is Sanji so strong? It makes no sense. He's an overachiever and a half. And to know that he has a powerful family, powerful assassin family, okay, now it validates. Because we know Luffy and Zoro are freaks of nature, literally, and have had an astronomical exponential growth rate, and as well as have actually had training. Sanji's had no training from what we've seen. Yeah, there was the whole black leg style, you know, taking after red leg Zeph, okay? And there's also the consideration, you know, possibly he had some training when he was a kid from his family. But how do you get so powerful? How do you get so damn powerful? It made no sense. So this is something interesting to take into consideration. I'm proposing possible trading with his brothers. But two older brothers. But who might his brothers be? Now there's some proposition. We may not have met him, but I'm hearing about, first and foremost, Killer, the part of the worst generation. You know, the pretty much second in command of the right hand man of Eustace Captain Kidd. Okay, now people are doubting that, but we'll get into that in a second. And the other individual I'm hearing about is the Hyena Bellamy, and reasonably so. Now, let's look at both these two individuals, okay, and how this may play. Both are indeed older than Sanji. Both have blonde hair. Neither have met Sanji. Hell, we haven't even seen Killer's face, just like we haven't seen Bastille's face. Let's look at all the entire factor. They're all from the North Blue. Now, this is a similar situation. Now, I was skeptical, very highly skeptical, when people talk about X, Drake, and Law had a connection just because they were from the North Blue. Well, guess what? Oda tied all that crap together. And I was watching the live stream kind of thing with King of Lightning and Roger's Base, and Roger's Base was going in deep with Bellamy. And they forgot about Killer being from the North Blue. Now, Sanji's not met either of these. I don't know if they know Sanji's connection. At least they might have heard now. They're holding only alive cracker thing, okay? And it's interesting that if they're in fact all, okay, the blonde hair, they all, if you think about it, they all had a similar ability before the time skip, except that now Bellamy, like Killer, like Kid, like Zoro, Usopp, to a degree Borsalino, and a few others, they bulked up. Sanji and not so much. They bulked up. But they all had a skinny, similar frame. They all about the same height. Now, Bellamy definitely grew, okay? They all came around the same time. Sanji wasn't around. Again, Sanji wasn't around. And whether Bellamy be the oldest or Killer be the oldest, who knows? They all seem to have this, well, I won't say supreme, but this serious loyalty, this allegiance. It may be an honor code thing with the Vinsmoke family and those who they allied to. It's a possibility. All happen to become pirates. It's very interesting. Bellamy was a pirate captain under Doflamingo. Sanji is a cook under Luffy, and Killer's in second command. Now it's funny that Bellamy also became an assassin post time skip. Killer, his name, and now we have Sanji, the whole Vinsmoke family situation. When you start putting things together, it makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. It's not too far-fetched. At least related, if not brothers. It's not far-fetched. If Bellamy, and here's the thing that I and many others were asking for the longest time, and begin to wrap up this video. Why the hell was Bellamy brought back? I mean, I love post-time skip. Bellamy's on my favorite characters list. Okay, his man, it was manly. It was a lot of things. Why bring him back, and then why keep him alive? Now I was, others, and then I kind of accepted the possibility of him becoming a strike. Did not become a strike, became an ally, but did not join the Grand Fleet. He decided to go off on his own. For what? Why is he still around? We don't know anything about Killer. We got a bit more about his backstory, whole rich and everything. Why? Still a lot of mystery left. Why is Oda emphasizing Bellamy? So it brings these questions. If they are indeed Sanji's brother, I would personally love it. I would absolutely love it. Because hidden in plain sight. And it would begin to tell the story and unravel a lot of things. Now, when you look at Bellamy, and many are saying, and I've held for the longest, the blonde girls say, whether father, grandfather, something. Grandfather, great-grandfather seemingly hasn't changed. Absolutely. I think so, connected. I think he's connected to Vinsmoke. I think he is a Vinsmoke. I think when you look at it, the Gorosei, and I probably will talk about that in the whole political thing. But with the Gorosei, it seems that each is a head of a department, and it seems that he might, in fact, be the head when it comes to the military. You got Kong and you got him as the eyes looking over everything to that. But the Vinsmoke family, man, very influential, very mysterious, very powerful. And if you think about it, people think Bellamy's weak. Bellamy is not weak by any means. Killer's clearly not weak, and neither is Sanji. And if these are the sons, this is what we can expect from doggone Vinsmokes. Oh, you can only imagine what their fathers bring to the table. Possible other siblings are bringing to the table, cousins, and you name it, the whole clan. Okay, if it is a clan, possible mother situation. And yes, comparative to the Zodiacs of the Hunter world, Vinsmokes, man, there's a lot going on with that. Unexpected one to like, comment, subscribe, tell me your thoughts. Another longer video, but I had a lot to be discussed, a lot of avenues to take into consideration. And until next time, have a beautiful day.